At halftime, we were getting shots, but they weren't quality shots. They weren't really on frame. They were either sailing over high or missing just wide.
Is that a credit to their defense a little bit, or is that more?
We talked at length in practice that this is a very important team that you can't give up the first goal, let alone two in the first minute.
Gave up the only goal last time, and
because as soon as they do, they have a very strong defense, and they start the game with only 3 backs, and that's when you want to take advantage of them, because as soon as they do get that lead, they start adding more and more defensively, because they can afford to, because they have that speed up top.
For sure, yeah.
And so it certainly did have a lot to do with their defense. But yeah, we weren't really getting dangerous chances on their net. And again, it did have a lot to do with their defense, and we weren't sharp today. Of course, that has a lot to do with Winchester. They're a very good team. But I told the girls at halftime, we picked a bad time maybe to play our worst half. I thought we played our worst half of soccer. We didn't have that energy. We weren't going in hard for 50-50 balls. Again, it has something to do with the opponent. But I thought we were capable of a lot more.
Is that one of the only teams you've played that's as fast as you? I don't know if they were faster, but they kind of evened out that
was
game,
definitely the fastest team we've played this year. Speed's tough. We're fast too, like you said. They were probably as fast as us.
I think 24 and Libby had a couple of 100-meter races.
Fast, and they 9. I don't even think 9 really got a chance to show off her speed, but we saw her the other night. She's super fast too. Yeah, they have good team speed all over at every position on the field. And the two goals early, that's a really hard hole to dig out.
Did you feel like the third one was almost the toughest one? It seemed like, I don't know how that ball managed to get through, because you had kids in position.
Yeah, you know what? That third one was a backbreaker, certainly. And at that point, we were playing much better. We were defending better. I can't remember what minute it came in. But that was a tough one, because I figured if we could go in at 2-0 at halftime, or even get one, I thought we'd be back in this game.
For sure.
And even when we got the penalty kick, and it got to 3-1, I thought we were really just that one goal away from possibly getting back in this. But, credit them. Their defense hung tight, and we just didn't get the chances that we would get in all the other games we've gotten this year.
It's a tremendous season. I mean, what do you say about the older girls that?
The seniors are great. I mean, they're going to look back on this a couple days from now, maybe a couple weeks from now, and realize they played in 3 North finals, back to back. They won the program's only state title, which is incredible, and it just says a lot about the seniors. They're first of all, they're fantastic players, but they're leaders. They're unselfish. I told the girls 20 years of coaching, this is the most unselfish team I've ever had. It's like, stats didn't matter, who scored goals, it didn't matter. They were so unselfish, and that's a pleasure to be around. But the 7 seniors, the 2 senior managers as well, just great kids. We're going to miss them.
So the first group that's been to 3 in a row? I know you've been to 2 before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't think we've ever been to 3 in a row.
Some of the kids coming back, like Byzantium, that's a lot to build on for the next few years.
Yeah, we plan on, we'll give it our best shot again next year. We're not certainly going to rebuild. We plan to reload.
It's nice to have Byzantium for 3 more years too.
It's nice to have all those girls for more years.
Nice to have a few others that you're looking forward to.
I look forward to having them all back.
Yeah.
And but the hard part right now is you got to say goodbye to those seniors, which is tough because we care about them, and they've given so much to the program, and I'm proud of them. I feel lucky to have gotten a chance to coach them.
For those seniors, do you feel that they have a sense of what it's like to be back at these big games again and again?
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, every girl that played in the state final last year, I felt kind of had an edge coming through the tournament because they know what it takes. They know what it takes, and until you actually get over the hump and get that, you really don't understand it. Yeah. So I felt like they sort of had that understanding this year, but it's hard. It's really hard to get there. If you get there, it's hard to win it. I mean, everything needs to fall into place. You got to stay healthy. We stayed healthy for the most part this year. We had some injuries today, but you got to be healthy. You got to catch some breaks here and there, and at the same time, you got to be playing really high-level soccer against the best competition in the state. It's not easy to do, and the fact that they got this close, I'm says a lot. This was a really good team this year.